friends, FirearmPop here, and today I have another interesting article, this one out of Handguns Magazine, and the name of the article is Playing with Angles, and I just thought it very interesting because it talks about a subject that I've talked about a lot, which is distance. Well, I'll read it right here. It says, some threat situations require you to think outside the close-range training box. Now, yeah, I guess I've been preaching close-range training, and there are a lot of points in this article that I agree with and some that I disagree with. But I think it's interesting to listen to what he has to say. Okay, the article is by Richard Nance, N-A-N-C-E, and it says, I never take a 25-yard shot with a handgun. This qualification course is unrealistic. As a police firearms instructor, I can tell you how many times I've heard officers who are less than stellar shooters utter those words. The excuses typically begin before these officers have fired a single shot. Their attitude comprises their performance, and the self-fulfilling prophecy of shooting poorly from the 25-yard line comes to fruition. In some cases, rounds completely miss not only the silhouette, but the entire paper target. Mind you, these are police officers who carry a gun every day for a living. Now, I'll interject there, yes. For a police officer, I think that is of utmost importance, a 25-yard shot. If you're going to shoot somebody to prevent somebody from getting hurt. As a citizen, as a concealed carry holder, I don't see that as a scenario. I think that'll get your rear end in trouble. But so it says, as you might expect, many shooters who struggle with accuracy at distance are quick to point out that most gunfights occur at 10 feet, and the training for a long-range shot with the handgun is a waste of precious training time. Well, that's me, I guess. Without question, close-quarter shooting should be a huge component of your curriculum if your goal is to prevail during a gunfight. However, whether you're a police officer or a legally armed citizen, the time may come when your ability to make a shot from 25 yards or beyond, possibly by an assailant partially hidden behind cover, could save lives. Yeah, I guess it is good to be proficient at that distance as well. Okay, in many cases, not just any hit on the target will suffice. You might have to make a very precise shot, either to the head or to immediately incapacitate the assailant, or to a portion of the bad guy's anatomy that is not obscured by an object he's using as cover, or due to the angle from which you must engage. Shooting paper targets, whether the bullseye type or targets that actually depict a person presenting a deadly threat, is a poor way to prepare to make a shot like the ones described above. Regardless of its sign, a paper target is no more than a two-dimensional image. This can lead a shooter to assume that the bad guy will always present a full frontal shot during a real-world violent encounter. Nothing could be further from the truth. In order to develop a real-world accuracy with your handgun, you first need to acknowledge that making a precise shot against an adversary who is behind cover or at an extreme angle requires a specialized skill set and a high degree of confidence in your ability. In order to be able to hit your target under the most stressful conditions imaginable, your training regimen must prepare you to be pinpoint accurate. I can't argue with this. I really can't. It should be part of your training regimen. Anyway, let's go on with the article. Understand that importance of being accurate and actually being accurate are two entirely different things, and you may need to revisit the basics first. In other words, focus on the fundamentals of marksmanship: stance, grip, sight alignment, sight picture, trigger control, breath control, and follow-through. At arm's length, you may get away with having a poor sight picture, or even no sight picture at all, slapping the trigger, breathing like you just ran a marathon, and not following through after shooting may not That may not cause you to miss from this distance, but when lives depend entirely on precision, you better have thorough understanding and physical mastery of the critical marksmanship skills. I mean, this goes without saying, of course. How can you improve on the fundamentals? A word of it, in a word, practice. Dry fire practice isn't the type of high-speed, low-drag training we all look forward to, but it's easy to do and it's free, and most importantly, it will improve your accuracy. Enables you to practice nearly all of the fundamentals just about anywhere, anytime. You might be surprised how much good a few minutes of dry fire practice each day can do for your shooting. Training tools such as a laser training cartridge by Laser Type, which acts as both a snap cap and a laser aiming device, can aid variety and range to your dry fire sessions. When you're at the range, make your shots count. Ammunition is too expensive for training time, too valuable to train without purpose. If your goal for a particular evolution is to improve your accuracy, here's a simple drill to perform. And it goes on to what an accuracy drill is, which I don't doubt. Okay, I'm going to have to scan this photo also put it up, but it shows a silhouette, and the front target being maybe a shield of some kind, and the target being the real target, or the assailant being behind it, and you need to be able to take that long shot. So yes, I've in my previous video stated that I really see a close encounter in a self-defense armed citizen scenario, not a police officer scenario. I see that as what's happening. And I also see a situation that could arise where it's something may be at a distance to protect someone else, maybe even a police officer in trouble. And so we need to practice. I think the bottom line to this article and most articles here is we need to practice and be proficient not only in close quarters but at a reasonable distance. So I thought it was an interesting article, and it gave the perspective on training that I of course agree with, and I think is really important. So I also urge people, I subscribe, you see me with a lot of different kinds of magazines. I subscribe to these, and I really enjoy some of these articles, and I hope you enjoy me bringing them to you. Anyway, so you can friend me on Facebook at FirearmPop. You can find me on the web at FirearmPop.com. And as always, be safe out there, and God bless. Bye now.